So as discussed in the last class, we rounded off the, sorry, we rounded off, oh, so better, he's rounded off. We rounded off the very first project that we began with few sections before that last class. And it was a very, very comprehensive um, HR analytics dashboard that we built. It was only named HR. It is something that is useful across disciplines, across this department, and what have you. Where is the data now? Okay, here is the final output of that class, which we did. Sorry, let me share my screen so that we can see. Yeah, please confirm you can see my screen. So here is the final output of the dashboard that we brought up in the few classes that we had, and that was completed in the very last class last week. So we intend to go to the next project. The next project will not be as cumbersome as this. These are some intrinsic properties and features which we took time to deal with until we got it right for the benefit of everybody. So the next one is less complex compared to this, and I will be sharing that too, hopefully by next class. This is what we are going to do next. This is project 2. So I've already named it project 2 interactive HR dashboard. This is the ideal thing we want to achieve in that project. And here is the data we'll be working on to achieve that. And it's just a way of imagining. If you just imagine your director or your manager just approach you and ask you that, okay, how many employees do we have and what is their age distribution? What is the age distribution of the entire person in the organization? This is the data that HR department has collected so far, but a straight question was asked by the director. They wanted to know how many employees, and probably the manager also wanted to know, do we actually pay for performance? Meaning, in our compensation package, what we give to people, is it commensurate with the performance of each person? Do we pay based on the outcome of performance appraiser year in, year out? That was a straight question to an average HR. So next question says, is there a salary gap between male and female employee? All those questions are to be pulled out from this data. But if the HR person does not have the ability to quickly manipulate this data, it will be very difficult to answer those questions asked by the director, and it will put the department not in a good light, because the insight the director or the manager needs is probably for the board of directors to make decision and to re-strategize on what they are doing. So this is what we'll take up in the next class. But in the spirit of the festive period and the new year, I have decided to keep this till next class. Then for today, I'm going to run us through some basic calculations or basic manipulations of data before you say you want to even face HR dashboard as a person, or any set of data and you want to create a dashboard out of it. If peradventure the data set that you are being given has issues, it is one thing to know how to create dashboards. It is yet entirely another thing to know how to clean a set of data that is given to you before going ahead to create dashboard from it. That is so important. We call it cleaning process in data analysis. If you get a set of data and they are not looking nice, and you go ahead to begin to create dashboard, that dashboard will not make any sense. Instead of bringing out insights, instead of giving very deep information as to what is happening within the organization, it will be misinforming the organization, because you are only refining or you're only trying to pull out information from something that is dirty. So as data analysts or data scientists, what you need to do when you see a data set given to you to deal with, you must be able to spot that, okay, this data is not in good shape. I need to clean it. So having seen that your data needs cleaning, for instance, this data we'll use for the next project, which is project 2. I've already gone through this. This is clean data. There is nothing wrong in it. Pulling out information will not give any false impression of what is going on within the organization. So, but many a times when you are given data to analyze, you must be able to quickly run a scan through, check left and right to be sure that, okay, the data is in good form, is clean enough, there is no ambiguity, there are no variable issues, there are no blank space issue, there are no duplicate issues, there are no space on the right or left issue, there are no formatting issue. All those issues, if they are not taken care of, and you go ahead to create a pivot table from such a data, it will give you incomplete output. And at the end of the day, the person will be making wrong deductions or will be deriving wrong information from such data. So if we have such data, for instance, this particular one, how do we deal with it? Can you check this data now, everyone? You see that right on this data, it looks a bit comely, but if you look at it very well, you realize that this data has obvious issues, serious issue on each of the columns. I think almost all the columns have issue. If I create a pivot table from here, there will be issue because some of the cells are not properly aligned. The entries in the cell as a result will not function correctly because by the time Excel is trying to pull out information from here, it will not get the best out of all of this because they are not in good shape. So if you ask me, if I show you this data very well from top to down, and it is same as this, let me use this. I can delete this. Yeah, get it deleted. So same as this. So, and on seeing this data, I can just remove that filter. So it's as raw as this. How do I deal with this data? It is not fine. How do I know? Check through. By the time you look through column, the first column, for instance, column A, if you check through from A to the last entry, which is probably row 500, all the entries, even though majority of them aligned correctly, one that is not aligned correctly will not follow any query that you are pulling out, and that can create an issue. For instance, row 499, you can see the entry a bit away from the alignment of the rest. As a data analyst, you cannot look away from this. That entire column needs to be in the same uniform format. In the same way, if you check column B, you see in column B, there are some of the entries that have space on the left, some have space on the right. There are some they have, some of the words have their first letter written in uppercase. Some of the entries are complete uppercase. Some of the entries are complete lowercase. All of these are irregularity that makes data look dirty and will not function optimally. And before you go ahead to analyze and start creating pivot table from there, you need to quickly deal with all of these things just to show that this person knows what he's doing. Because if you don't deal with this thing at this stage, and by the time you get to the point of analyzing and drawing out inferences and conclusions, those output will either not be complete or will be misinforming altogether. If you check column C, same way, you see column C, which is showing age. Some of the entries are written in words, some are written in figure. So all of these things need to be dealt with, and we need to do that right away. So how do I do it? In the first place, I want my header to be conspicuous and to to have at least a basic readable name. This is supposed to be customer, is written as cost. As an analyst, you want to be as clear as possible. You correct that correctly written as customer. Oh, before that, let me undo. Have I dealt with this one here? No. Yeah, this entry 499, I need to deal with it. How do I do that? So quickly, I can say, all right, you can easily create an extra column here. Control Shift plus create an extra column for you. Let me quickly do this. If we have somebody who wants to be practicing immediately as I'm doing this, you can access this data. I have put the data online. Let me put it in the group chat for us to pick. The chat box. Okay, I'm putting the link for this data I'm working on now right there on the group chat. You can pick it, download that Excel file, then go ahead and follow the class either now or as soon as I'm done. Okay, I can go back to the data now. So here is the data. I want to deal with this alignment right here in row 499. So I just created a new column. Undo. How did I do that? I just select the next column here. I want to create another column in between A and B. So Control Shift plus will do that for me. Or I can right click on that B and select create extra column, and it will do the same thing. So what do I want to do? I want to make sure I trim both the left and the right side of this column here. So I put my cursor here equal to, there is a function in Excel called trim. So I'll write it this way, trim, open your brackets, then pick this one, which is A2, then close your brackets, press enter. So as soon as I do that, I have that trim function already active. Then I will flash fill down. So everything will flash fill down to the last one. And by the time we get to that 499, you can see right here that I did is correctly aligned from 1 to 500. And that has corrected the 499th row here. So what do? I will copy it because that's what I want. I will copy it, Control C. Then I go to the beginning again. I put my cursor on this number one and right click. I want to paste what I've copied. And why pasting now? Don't paste directly by default. Paste only value so that it will not copy the formula alongside. I don't need that formula. Just paste the value of everything in that row I just created, which is better than the previous row. So paste it as value. So you paste as value this particular option. I click it. So it has pasted from B to A now, but in this case, it pasted just value, no formula. Only B has formula. Can you see? Look at the formula bar, trim A2. CA, I've pasted it there, is just exactly the entry alone without any formula. So that has corrected everything I have in that whole column. And row 499 is now well aligned compared to before. So that is done. What do I need to do? I need to get rid of this B. I don't need it again. It has finished the mission. That is gone. So I've sorted that. Then I quickly correct this header name customer. Name is okay. I can leave it that way. Age is age, gender is gender. Marital status, I can simply just make it complete. Marital status. Okay, the next one, poor date. Somebody can probably be asking what this means. Purchase date. So I write it completely. Then this is amount. It can equally be written correctly. All right. I think we have gotten those ones fine. So you can just put your cursor on the very first cell. Control Shift right arrow select the entire head for you. Then you can bolding it, just Control B to do that, or you pick this bolding icon right here on the menu bar. Okay. So having done that, next column now is name. What is wrong with this column? I can see some spaces on the left and right. Then I can see some words written in lowercase. Some are written in uppercase. I want to make all of them uniform. So what do? So create extra column again like before. So if I create column here, just select this next column to be by clicking just on that letter B or C or whatever the letter of the column. If you click that letter, it will select the entire column. Doing that, then you Control Shift, then press plus. So a new column will be created for you. So having created a new column, two issues are with this column B. Number one is space issue. So for space issue, I can use trim formula from Excel to do that. So I said equal to trim, like I did before. Open your brackets, place it here, then close your brackets and press enter. So you have that trim function in place or activated. By the time you flash fill, everything is trimmed. There is no space again. Look at this side, Jennifer Brown, that was having space at the beginning before J before does not have that space again because I have trimmed it. Look at Debbie Trujillo in B6. That's double or triple space in between Debbie and Trujillo, but now those spaces are gone because it is responding to the trim formula that I have used. So, but the issue with this column B is not only space issue. I've only dealt with the space issue on right and left and also in between. The other issue is that some are written in lower cases while others are written in uppercase. For instance, see um, B16. Robert Atkinson is written in uppercase. It's not in uniformity with the rest. So that is another issue I need to deal with. So I create another extra column again, Control Shift plus. I have that. So what do I need to do? In this case now, I want to make those that have, I mean, all of them to be uniform in terms of uppercase and lowercase. So I put equal to, there is a function called proper in Excel. Proper, open your brackets, pick it, close it, press enter. So by the time you flash fill now, watch this C16. Robert Atkinson will change from that uppercase on both words to uppercase for only the first letter of the two words. I flash fill now, then watch that. Can you see? Robert Atkinson has been completely changed here, and it has done that for the whole of the 500 cell within few seconds. So I have taken two steps to deal with the data cleaning issue in this column B. Don't forget what I really need, the format I actually need, I have got it in this column D. So I need to get rid of this column C and also column B. But because I've taken two steps to deal with this issue, let me show you just a single step of doing it without creating two columns this way. I can do it just once by combining the two formulas I use in C and in D together, just in one, then I'll get the same results. Okay, let me open another column, Control Shift plus, I have this. So what do I want to do? I say equal to, the first one I use trim, write your trim formula, trim into your brackets. The second one I also use proper, write your proper formula this way, open your brackets, then go ahead and pick where the issue started from, which is in column B. So I click column B, I close that bracket one, and I close bracket again because I have opened double bracket. So I press enter. So you can see now that in E, I expressly have exactly what I have in D that took two steps before. How do I verify that? Let me flash fill, then watch this C16, B16, C16. You will see that in E16, it will get that result immediately without going back. Can you see? Because I've combined the two formulas together. So what do I need to do? I've done that. So I just copy that E, then I bring it to B, then I right click, copy as value alone. So I've corrected my B. So what do I need to do? I don't need C again. I expunge it, get away. I don't need this C again too. I expunge it. I don't need this C again too. I expunge it. So I've gotten what I need because I've corrected column B now. You can see it's looking neater compared to before. Okay. In this column C that we have age, what do we do here? We have some in words, some in figures. So I will just say select it. What formula do I use now? Okay, let's use this existing table. So select it that way. Then you can do Control H. So doing Control H is find and replace. Is general way of correcting some error in a list in Excel. So you have your dialog box coming out this way. Let me bring it up a bit. So what do I need to do? I have selected that column C. So I will say, okay, go into that column C, look for all words written as 20 this way. I've written the 20. Can you see where find what? Go and find 20 anywhere you see it in that column. Then make sure you replace that 20 written in words, replace it with 20 written in figures or in numbers. Then make sure that you match the entire cell content and replace all. Then you press this replace. So as soon as I press replace, the output is that all done. We made 173 replacements. So it has seen 173 words written, 123 words written as 20 in words, and it has converted it to 20 in figure. That's fine. So I think that's that about that column. Okay. Another thing I need to do to be sure that I'm cleaning everything in each of the column, you can just put a filter so that by the time you filter, you can easily guess. So I've added my filter now, so I can click the filter control here to check. Okay, in that column, everything is written in figure, except that there are some that are entirely blank. Nothing is there. You can see blank. So I'm still coming back to blank because that is not the only column that has blank entries. Okay, I go to the next one, which is gender. In gender, let's filter it and see. So some are written as ordinary F, which probably they mean, of course, female, and some are written in full female. Some are written in just ordinary M, capital letter M, and some are written in full male. So we need to unify this. Let all F become female so that we know all females are written as females, because by the time we are analyzing and we are pulling female, we will only prove F, E, M, A, E, and all others that are only F will not follow it. So that particular output during analysis will not be complete. And that is why cleaning is very essential. Okay, so I go ahead now, select gender, do same thing as Control H. Now this time around, tell it to go ahead and look for F. Anywhere it sees health in the whole of that column, it should change it to female written in full, capital letter health, and the rest in lowercase. Match our entire cell content, then replace all. It will go ahead and do that. So 118 replacement has been done just now. So that's fine. Having done that, what else do we need to do in that same column? There are some that are just ordinary hem. I want to change them to male written in full this way. So replace it also. 121 replacement has just been done just now. You can see as fast as that is. Okay, you can check to be sure everything is now fine on that column by opening your filter control. You can now see there is nothing like F and M again. Everything is either female for all female and everything is now male for all male. That's fine. You go to the next one, marital status. What do we have here? In marital status, we have single. Some entries are written as single, some are written as single. So these are common things because when some people are imputing data, there are common typographical error they are to make. But as an analyst, before you work on that data, you need to correct all the anomalies that took place during data entry so that it will not affect your own analysis. They will not blame data entry people eventually. It is you that analyze wrong data or unclean data that will be blamed. So it is your duty to get the data cleaned. So here I'm having single, songle, mad. So this songle, I'm sure the person wanted to write single, but eventually wrote songle. So I have to change songle to single. Then this mad, MARRD, is actually supposed to be married. So I have to write it the correct way. Okay, go ahead, select the entire column, Control H, tell this guy to look for mad, MARRD, and change all words written that way, change it to married, MARRID, which is the correct way of writing married. Ensure it matched the entire cell content, then replace all. So 231 replacement has just been done within seconds. Next thing, go ahead and look for all entries that are written as Songu, pick them up and change them to single to be written the proper way. So single, SINGLE. So match entire cell content, then replace all. 74 replacement has been done just now. Okay, so let's check that column again to be sure that we have everything in proper shape. Now you can see Songul is gone, mad is gone. We now have married and single, the proper way those words are supposed to be written. Okay, next is the purchase dates column. So on purchase date column, what do I have here? Okay, let's see. Date, okay, date not properly written. Some dates are written just year, some are written year, dates, year, day, month, some are written day, month, year, and all that. Okay, let's just do some cleaning here too. Select that guy this way, come up to data, okay. After picking data, pick text to columns. After picking text to column, um, pick fixed weight, pick next, then pick date here. After date, then check the drop down here and choose any date format you want. Some data are written in year, month, day. Some are written in month, year, day. Some are written in day, year, month. Some are written in year, day, month. But maybe you can pick day, month, year. I think that is simple. Day to be written as the first thing, then month following, and ending with year. Okay, you can select that. Then you can pick next, then you finish. You can see it will align the entire column in the same uniform way. So that is equally fine. So what is next? Amount. Yeah, this is written properly. Everything is right aligned because they are numbers and they have command when they get to 1,000 level. That's fine. Next one is location. Location has some issue too. We have all the words written in lowercase, both the first and the second. So like we did before, we can just quickly um, arrange this properly. So we say equal to write proper, open your bracket, pick this guy, close your bracket, press enter. You can see now the first letter is now uppercase for each of the words. So pick it this way, flash fill down, copy what you have flash fill, bring it here, right click, paste as value. This is the option of paste you must use, paste as value. So click that has been pasted. So I don't need this guy again. I can expunge it, control minus, is gone. So what next here now? I think everything is done, but we have spaces in between the whole of the data set. So put your cursor anywhere in your data, then press Ctrl A to select your entire data this way, then press Ctrl G after Ctrl A. We want to fill in those blank spaces. Press Ctrl A to select the entire data set, then press Ctrl G to bring out this dialog box. Getting this dialog box, go ahead and pick special, then select blank right there, then select OK. It will select or highlight all the blank spaces. So having highlighted all the blank spaces, what do I want to do? I want to fill those blank spaces with NA, meaning not applicable. Then write the NA in the formula bar, then press Control Enter. All those blank spaces are filled immediately with NA, as you can see. Okay. So, okay, the last column is not following that command, no problem. What do I do? Select that last column, press Control H, tell it to look for blank spaces by making that place blank. Then come to the next one, fill it with what? Fill it with NA. Match entire cell content, then replace all with NA. So that will be done. 184 replacement is done immediately now. All right, that is done. I have everything intact there. So I just need to align this place too. In H, some are right, some are left. Just align it left. Go to Home, then put this one here to be properly done. This one also be properly done. What else? Everything is now clean and fine and ready for analysis. So before that, I can now make it, okay, I can remove my filter indicator now. So just come back to your filter here, then click filter again, all those filter indicator goes. So Control A again to select your entire data. Control T, I want to change it to a proper table. It gives you this dialog box, then say OK. The old data comes into this shape. From this format to this format, now ready for analysis. So this is how easy it is to quickly deal with some data cleaning issue, get them well clean, and make them ready for analysis to avoid any clog along the way that may affect the integrity and the accuracy of the analysis at the end of the day. Is there any question or is there anything you want me to repeat? Is there any of the steps that looks a bit unclear and you want me to touch? Yeah? Hello? Any question?
No.
None from my end, sir.
None from my side.
Oh, great. So in that case, it means that is well understood, right?
Yes, well understood.
Yeah, so
yes,
you can go ahead. I have shared the link for that data. I would like you to try your hand on the same thing on that data. Share it if you have successfully done that. Share it on your social media handle and tag Talent Basket. If you are able to do that, then you qualify for certificate of attendance for this particular cleaning exercise alone, which will be issued by Talent Basket as a recognition for that steps. And you can start building your portfolio yourself gradually too, because the effect of these things, you can, I don't want to start mentioning that. Maybe after we get to the end of project 2, I can now reveal a few things you will use this thing for that will be mind blowing. And it is in this same world that we are in. Anywhere you are, either in Africa or out of Africa or in Asia or anywhere or in the West, it has a great usefulness that you can apply this thing to. So I would like us to get that done. Then you can share it on your social media, probably LinkedIn or anywhere, then tag Talent Baskets. you can equally, I shared this last week, you can equally make sure you www.talentbasket.co.uk. You can share you can fill a form under that site where we have collation of a few things we are doing, and most of other information will be landing in your mailbox directly, and other things that follow. So please go ahead and get your hand dirty on this particular cleaning exercise. Share on your social media handle, tag Talent Basket in any of the social media you are using for recognition. Then your certificate of completion of this particular knowledge or tasks, which is data cleaning, can be issued to you, which you can be saving gradually till you are able to get bigger certificates that you can use for other important things I will be revealing or sharing with us as time goes on. So for project 2, I will put the data also in the folder where I put this particular data for us to deal with in the next class. If there is no question or clarification, then it will be a good time for us to draw the curtain on today's class. We've spent the 30 minutes proposed or scheduled already. Thank you, everyone, for your time. You are welcome. See you next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye for now.
Thank you.